You're live now.
Where, on YouTube?
YouTube and Facebook.
Oh, cool. Well, hello, welcome to Joy's Talk Show. Just kidding, this is GYC Live. And I am sitting here, and Jesse is doing stuff. So, yeah. What am I supposed to do?
Just talk.
About what?
Greet people who are tuning in.
Hello. It's weird though because I can't see who's tuning in, so I don't know who's here. Hello. Welcome to GYC Live. This is the pre-show with Joy and just Joy. Only me, myself, and I. Yes. I wish I had some kind of great story to tell all of you wonderful people. Oh, sorry. I will project my voice and be louder. Yeah. I have spent most of my day with my puppy because that is my life now, is hanging out with Tucker. But he's a good dog, and yes. That's what I know. But tonight's going to be great. Looking forward to it. Zoom groups happening tonight. One big Zoom group. One Zoom link. Everybody's hanging out for a little bit. And then we will go into breakout rooms. So that is awesome. Very excited about that. And yes. Other cool things. Drive-in church is back, happening. Hope you were there last week. If not, you should be there this Sunday, because that is a good old time. And yeah. Hello. Thanks for joining me.
You're welcome. Give a shout out to Joy for very graciously. I put her on the spot and I was like, babe, I need you to get online and stall as we're getting ready here.
I was really awkward about it. I'm so
doing
sorry.
The last couple setup things, and Joy's like, what do you want me to say? And I was like, I don't know, just something would be nice. And so here we are.
Okay, to my credit, I thought we were just testing things out. I didn't realize there were actually real people watching me. So sorry about that.
She's a teacher. She loves
probably really, really uncomfortable.
All sorts of credit stuff. I'm just getting Instagram set up real fast. We are back at the church, you guys.
Woo!
Why? Because I wanted my garage back. And I don't love you enough to give up my garage for you for 9 weeks. Just kidding. I do.
We did give up our garage for 9 weeks.
Well, this is week number 9.
Oh, okay.
Technically. Isn't it crazy, you guys? We haven't had youth in 9 weeks. That, in my mind, is just not okay. So
Cheers.
So yeah, great stuff. We're about to go on live on the gram, so that's gonna be fun. They're gonna be right over here to the side. So if you see me looking in that direction and you think that's weird, that's because it is. Okay? So it's gonna be a good time. Joy, how's Tucker?
Oh, Tucker's great. He's biting less, which is good. Oh, okay, this is a funny story. I should have told you this earlier, but he is finally big enough where he can jump up on the couch, which is an ultimate no-no. We are not going to tolerate that kind of bad behavior. But this morning, it was really funny because he had been up for an hour and a half, and it was about time for his first morning nap. And so he was getting tired, and so we're on Instagram. What up, Instagram? Anyway, he's getting tired. We're talking about Tucker. And he climbed up on the couch and was going to just take a nap there. And I said, no, none of that. And so we did several rounds of Joy pulling him off the couch and Tucker getting back on.
Because that's what dog life is like, you know? Yeah. It's just the best.
I have a big old hair, right? Do you guys see this? Look at this hair.
If you can't see it, here it is. Right here, guys. It's
wow,
incredible.
That looks so good. Okay,
it's
we're
amazing.
Just going to hide that under the other hairs.
So, yeah, it's going to be a good time. Good time, you guys. All right. Well, hey, it is about 7 o'clock. What is up? everybody. I just want to give a quick shout out, first of all.
To me! Wow, thank you!
To my wonderful wife named Joy. I also want to give a shout out to my little succulent here. He's from my office, and we're back at the church, and I was like, sure enough, guys, I have to get this. His name is now Fred. I just decided this.
Cool.
So this guy, we still need a name for him, but he's sitting right here. He sucks. Get it? Because he's a succulent. So, but actually, I want to give a shout out real quick to everyone jumping in. Shout out to everybody who's joining us on YouTube. Welcome to the 21st Century GYC. We are on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. If you're on Facebook, it's probably because your parents have a Facebook, or maybe you're that one 13-year-old who has a Facebook. I don't know, but welcome. Shout out to the Facebook people. Last but not least, you guys are near and dear to my heart. Shout out to our Instagram people. It is awesome. A quick thing, Joy and I can actually see the comments on Instagram because the phone is close, but for those of you joining us on YouTube and Facebook, we actually have Josh Bacon and Eli and also Baker who are out there commenting and interacting with you guys. So if you're on those platforms and you try to ask us a question, it's probably not going to work. So
we can't actually see what you're saying, but other people can see what you're saying. So be careful with what you say.
Hey, but if you're out there, go ahead and drop in the comments if you did something fun in the sun this past weekend. Drop in what it was that you did in the sun. Anybody do anything fun?
I sang Anybody on a roof.
Out there? Joy sang on a roof. Hey, put in
really warm.
A car emoji if you joined us at drive-in church. If you had so much fun. Probably not driving yourself in, but having your parents drive you to drive-in church. That's pretty cool.
Or I don't know. Let us know if you drove yourself to drive-in church. That's pretty cool. Actually, fun fact, you guys want to know where the first place was that I drove to when I got my license? Like the first place I drove to by myself. No parents in the car.
It was a pot shop.
What?
I'm kidding. That is a joke. Parents out there, I'm sorry. I shouldn't.
Literally, why would you say that? Okay.
I'm going to get canned for my cannabis joke.
Jesse is going to get fired.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to be done.
And I will be the new youth pastor. Anyway.
Aaron Den, don't be mad at me. Aaron Den, please forgive me.
Oh my gosh. Okay, no. For real though, the first place that I drove by myself once I got my license was to church for worship practice on a Thursday night. So there's that. Fun trivia fact about Joy.
If you didn't know, Joy is just so special. Hey, someone here said they spent Mother's Day at Jennings Park. Sounds great. What a way to love your mom. Nice day out in the sun. Sounds like fun. Hey, I also want to give another shout out. I don't know if you guys know this, but there are some incredible people who are your youth leaders. Guys, every week they've been leading your life groups. Every week they've been texting you and checking in with you. And they love you guys like crazy. And so in the comments, could you guys just show some love for your life group leaders? Shout them out by name. Say thank you. Say that you love them. Don't make it creepy, but express to your friends and your leaders, because your leaders are your friends, but more importantly, they're your leaders. Whatever that means. Just tell them that you love them.
We're talking
in the comments, okay? So tell your leaders that they are the best, that they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. Not like the end of the loaf of bread, but they are like the middle, where the bread is just like, it has arrived and it is good. That is who your leaders are.
Okay, moving on.
Unless you're gluten-free, then maybe they're a nice tortilla or burrito. I don't know, but show your leaders some love. So let me see here. This is funny. So John Gadberry, his Instagram profile comments, it says, "Thank you, Dad," which initially I was like, man, that's a little like
weird,
a little weird, but turns out it was actually Kayla. So hello, Kayla.
We love you, Kayla. Special shout out to you.
Thank you to Anna and Emily in the house. That is awesome.
Guys,
very cool.
This hair is still here. I'm just gonna embrace it.
Hey, raise your hand emoji in the comments if you want me to give Joy a haircut.
No.
Who wants to see Jesse give Joy a haircut? I think that would be hilarious. It would be the best, you guys. No. It would be the best.
Not gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
No.
It's gonna happen. Hey, one other thing. If you are watching this on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, Share this post, share that we're live right now, throw it out there so the world knows that we are live. Currently,
Should I share
in this
it right
moment in time, Joy actually,
I'm going to share it right now.
because she's married to me, is sharing it right now. So you want to make sure people know that we are gathering tonight. It is going to be fun. It is already getting better. Like, we have more people now because I said that. My words are powerful. But seriously, get the word out there. We've got something really exciting happening tonight. If you are just tuning in, we have Zoom groups.
Woo!
But we're doing them in a new format. First, we're going to do one gigantic, massive Zoom call with everybody, and it's going to be awesome. And here's why. Because we're all together. It's like the closest
all
thing.
in this together, and we know. Anyway.
It's like the closest thing. Gosh, you're so embarrassing. I love you. I'm kidding. She's not. But
You invited
seriously,
me on live tonight.
Yes. Sorry. Who invited you?
This is your fault.
Who invited her? Why?
It's fine. I'll just.
Why is Joy here? Why is Joy here? I'm kidding. I totally derailed me. Actually.
I'm sorry.
But hey, tonight we have one giant Zoom call that we're going to do as a youth ministry. So it's going to be all of us together. So if you're out there and you don't have the information, what I want you to do is go to our most recent post on Instagram and Facebook. There you can actually find the Instagram handles or names of your leaders for different age groups. For middle school girls, you guys would reach out to Caitlin. For high school girls, you guys reach out to Anna. High school guys reach out to Michael Baker. And then middle school boys reach out to
me.
Emily Heinrichs.
No, do not.
I'm kidding. Don't reach out to Emily Heinrichs or Joy. Reach out to Josh Bacon. And shout out, you guys, Caitlin and Bacon. They're getting married soon.
Next month.
It's going to be so exciting, you guys. Woo! Guys, I'm pumped for you. You are a great couple. Congratulations. So it'll be good. It'll be good. So anyways, but Zoom groups are going to be great tonight. We'll spend some time talking about what we're actually going to focus our time on live on tonight, which is Fight Hunger, the telethon coming up this Saturday from 5 to 8 p.m. where you can drop off food. So it's going to be a great time. We're going to talk about that. But there's also going to be a little bit of a life group competition for raising food for this weekend. So if you want to know what that is, you have to join our Zoom call this weekend, and we'll also post about it later and make sure you know. But it's going to be a great time. High five.
No, this is my question.
Joy has a question, Hat.
Is this like a savage competition or a friendly competition?
A savage? Whoa, guys. She used the word
I need to know.
savage.
Guys, competition is one of my top 5 strengths, so I need to know like what kind of competition we're talking about because I'm all about competition.
One of her
Very
other
competitive.
top 5 strengths is reminding people that she's competitive. So,
Whatever.
burn.
Whatever.
Gotcha.
Whatever. Okay.
All right, guys. Well, hey, we're going to go ahead and jump into a quick just kind of dialogue and conversation that Joy and I would love to have with you tonight. And it's going to be all about this coming Saturday and what we're doing as a church and how we as a youth ministry get to really help practically fight hunger in our community. And if you haven't heard about it, basically this coming Saturday, we're having a telethon. Now, most of you who are students probably don't know what a telethon is. You can't find it on Netflix. I think it used to be on this thing called cable. But what it is essentially we're going to be going live on Facebook, so you can follow our Grove Church page and you can tune in that way as well and check it out. But basically, we're going to be doing whatever we can to raise money and food for the Marysville and Snohomish food banks. Because the reality is, in the light of COVID-19 and this pandemic that we're navigating, that statistics of people who are starving and are hungry have actually really been on the rise lately. And I think that we have a couple options as students. One, we can sit passively by and we can either A, do nothing, we can let our parents worry about it and give, or we can do something and participate ourselves. And maybe you guys don't know this, but Joy is actually a teacher in the Snohomish School District, and I actually asked her to share just a couple thoughts on some observations that she has had regarding hunger, just among like school-age kids and all of that. So Joy, why don't you go ahead and take it away for a second?
Yeah, honestly, something that I wasn't even super aware of before I became a teacher was just how many people like depend on the schools for their meals. And when school's not in session, like hunger is a real thing. And so I've been a teacher now, this is my 3rd year. And I mean, every day there are people who get meals, breakfast and lunch. And obviously, I'm sure you're all aware during the shutdown of schools, well, the closure of schools, meals are still being provided because people depend on them so heavily. And so I know just in the Snohomish School District, they're serving about 2,000 meals a day. And granted, those are going to lots of people, not necessarily just people who really, really need them. They're open to anybody's. But still in all, that's a lot of meals being served. And a high percentage of that are people who truly depend on it. Like if they weren't getting that meal, they wouldn't have another option for breakfast or lunch. So I know that's been really eye-opening to me just since entering the teaching profession of just the reality that not everybody has food at home. And yeah, the school system honestly provides a huge need. So, or meets that need in a really practical way.
Yeah, they do. And so, yeah, obviously, I think if you guys have noticed, you've probably gone around your community. Some of you maybe have even taken advantage of it. But when a school bus shows up, not to take you away to school, but to actually drop off food, that's really a new and different thing.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that is a huge component of it. Really, there are people who are hungry out there. Pastor Nick actually shared a great article. Thank you, Pastor Nick, for sharing it today. But basically, it was estimating that the global starvation deaths per day before COVID-19 is about 21,000 people a day. So aside from a global pandemic, aside from all of this problems, like the stuff that's going on, hunger as it is, 21,000 people a day die of hunger and starvation. And I don't know about you, but like that already, like that statistic makes me uncomfortable and it makes me angry, and I wish we could do something. And the great news is tonight I wouldn't be talking to you if I didn't think we could do something. But the scary part that article estimates is that the starvation deaths per a day, they estimate, will actually go up to 300,000 people dying of starvation per day. And right now we're so focused on, the one curve of flattening down the cases of COVID-19, and that's a good thing. Like we should be concerned about that, but we do need to also be concerned about the effects of everything going on. And hunger, you guys, is a huge thing, not just here in Marysville, but globally. Yeah. We're really on our way to have an epidemic of hunger in our world. And that seems like a really big and scary thing. And if you're anything like me, I might think, I'm one person. What can I do about an issue and a problem that is this big? But the great news is that we actually do have something that we can do. Yeah. So there's a verse I want to share, but Joy, anything you want to add before we do that?
Yeah, no, I think...
Great, no, it's perfect. Jesse, mic drop.
There you go. Yeah, no, you take it away. You're doing good.
So anyway, a verse I was reading today, and I want to show you guys kind of just where my heart is through this verse, and what I think God's heart is for us in this season too. But it's in 1 John chapter 3, verses 16 through 17. And verse 16 opens up by saying this: "We know what real love is because Jesus gave up his life for us. So we also ought to give up our lives for our brothers and sisters. If someone has enough money to live well and sees a brother and sister in need but shows no compassion, how can God's love be in that person?" And so you see, like, this passage really lays it out clear. Essentially, that if you have the means to do something, then you are to do something. And I love that in verse 16, it roots us in the sacrifice that Jesus actually made for all of us as people. Jesus went as far as to die on the cross for each and every one of us. He died a horrible, painful death so that we could have a restored relationship with God, that we could be forgiven of our sins and spend an eternity partying in heaven. And that is awesome. But Jesus had to undergo so much suffering and sacrifice and inconvenience just so we could get to that point. And what I think is so important for us to remember as students, as people, as leaders, as parents who are out there watching, is that whatever we do this weekend, whatever we do with Fight Hunger, with whether it's a monetary gift, whether it's giving cans of food, whatever it is rooted back in the idea that Jesus demonstrated what real love is. And I'm not saying we need to go out there and die for all these people, but there are people watching this today where you have the means to give. Students, you can think even just to your pantry. Ask your parents first, of course, because you don't want to take food you're planning on eating. But like, think about your pantry. Like, everybody has at least one or two things in their pantry that are probably 5 years old and somehow are still good for you, apparently. But we all have things that are non-perishable that we can give to the food bank really to support. Mm-hmm. And so I think this verse tells us, again, if someone has enough money, in this case, it would be food or resources, to live well and sees a brother and sister in need but shows no compassion, the passage says, how can God's love be in that person? And I think that's just a really stark contrast for us to think about, that if God's love really is in us, mm-hmm. then this Saturday when Fight Hunger happens, when the telethon comes, then we as students, we're not sitting in the background, we're not just letting our parents do it, but we are motivated and we are doing something to make a difference ourselves. Yeah. And if you're out there and you're thinking, well, I'm not that creative, I don't know, get creative, talk to your parents, talk to your life group tonight, mm-hmm. and find a way that you can give and that you can jump in and that you can support. Essentially, this idea is what I want to stick with us, and that we give of what we have to those who have nothing. So if you're out there and you've been blessed, if you're fortunate enough to not have to worry about food, then this weekend, join with your life group and do something about the issue of hunger in our community. Don't just let this pass by. Don't just let this become a thing where, it happens on Saturday and you don't do anything, but participate, give something, do something to make a difference. So I think, guys, this weekend we have a cool opportunity. Again, it's non-perishable foods. It's different things that we can give and do just to help serve and practically be the love of Jesus this weekend. So, yeah. So here's a little bit of instruction for life group tonight. Again, we're all going to jump into that one Zoom call. So again, if you don't have the link, send us a message at Grove Youth Culture or message your leaders, and we will get that link to you ASAP. And I think it's going to be a really great opportunity. Oh, hold on. Almost messed up Instagram. Sorry. Opportunity for us to gather, but also to brainstorm what we can collectively do to fight hunger this coming weekend. So I'm excited for you guys. There's not a lot of opportunities. I mean, there are tons of opportunities, but in a quarantine, it's hard to find opportunities to practically serve other people. And this is an opportunity to practically serve others. So you have questions, hit your leaders up. If they have questions about your questions, they will hit me up. It'll be fine. We'll get it figured out. But it'll be good. Oh, the last thing, the incentive for your life group participating in this challenge is a pizza party. Woo! Now that I know what you're thinking, how do I get a Corona-free pizza in this current world? Here's how it's going to happen. Costco actually sells little personal-sized pizzas that are frozen. And so the winning life group will all get a frozen pizza along with a can of Mountain Dew Baja Blast in a little bag, porch dropped to your door. So it's going to be awesome. And then you're going to get together with your life group next Wednesday night or whenever you decide to do it, and you're all going to gloat. You're going to have your little frozen pizza and your Mountain Dew Baja Blast, and you're going to make fun of us for not fighting hunger as well as you did. So guys, jump in. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
You're going to love it. And so, yeah, really with that, I think that's all we got for live tonight. We love you guys. Again, we're going to start the Zoom call in about 5 minutes. So I'm going to hop off of here and make sure that is all set up. And we'll go over some ground rules. When that all starts, it's going to be great. I can't wait to see you guys.
In one big Zoom call. GYC, all in one.
Big GYC call.
So excited.
Zoom. GYZ for Grove Youth Zoom Culture.
We're working on it.
Grove Youth.
Update. This hair is still
Zoom.
Sticking out.
I said remedy, you guys. You heard it. Okay, I'm sorry. What? Joy, would you say a prayer for us as we close?
Yes, I would love to. Lord, thank you so much for tonight. God, I thank you even just for the little things, like the fact that Jesse and I are sitting inside the church right now and not in our garage. Feels like a small win, a small step back to whatever normal is. And so, Lord, anyway, I'm on a tangent, but we do thank you for tonight and for the opportunity that we have to gather using technology. God, we're excited for the opportunity we have even just to be all together in one big Zoom call tonight as we're trying new things and exploring new opportunities to make the most out of this quarantine and to still have community in the midst of being apart physically. And so, Lord, we just pray that you would bless our time of community tonight, bless the time that we have together as one big youth ministry and then also in our life groups. And God, we do pray over this weekend as we're gearing up to fight hunger, Lord, as a church, but also more specifically as a youth ministry. I just pray that you'd give each one of us, God, ideas and creativity, and that we wouldn't just decide to sit by and let somebody else worry about this huge problem, but that we would decide to join together and to do something about it. And I pray that you would, Lord, just stir something in us that decides that this is not okay, and we're going to be part of the solution. So we love you. We thank you that you're good, even in the midst of this, God. You're so good. And we thank you so much for who you are and what you've done for us, and the opportunity that we now have, God, because of the love that you've shown us to show love to other people. So we love you. We pray your blessing over tonight. And everybody said, amen.
Amen. All right, guys. Thank you for jumping in. We're going to be hopping into our Zoom call now. It's going to be great. And so this is the worst part, though, is when I have to actually click the end live button, because it's just weird because you have this moment of dead space. So welcome Jaden Ibanez, bro. Welcome, dude. Hey, we're jumping into a Zoom call. DM us for the link, man, because I'm about to end this, but I'm glad you're here. So bye, guys. All right. Instagram is over. Now you all know that you're actually my favorite, but I'm sorry, I have to turn you off too. So.
Okay. Well, I will do the slow wave.
Do 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 do.